Hi, this is David at Mr. Bookman, just outside of Franklin, Pennsylvania, and this morning I'm in the poetry section of the store. I'm so glad we do have a nice poetry section. I want to talk about this book, The Complete Poems of Robert Frost. Robert Frost was born in 1874. He was a New England farmer, an English teacher, a playwright, a lecturer, and of course, a great writer. Interestingly, his personal life was filled with grief and loss. Depression, mental illness, and tragic, untimely deaths plagued the Frost family. But Robert Frost won 4 Pulitzer Prizes for his poetry. His poems, such as The Road Not Taken, Mending Wall, and Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, are a wonderful part of our American fabric. I remember as a boy watching the inauguration of John Kennedy on TV, January 20th, 1961. It was a cold and bright January day. And Robert Frost, then he was 86 years old, came to the podium to read a poem that he had written for that occasion. But because of his weak eyesight and the glare from the January sun, he wasn't able to read the words on his paper. And so he put the paper away and instead recited by memory another poem he had written called The Gift Outright. He was the first in now what is a string of inaugural poets. Interesting, isn't it? Amanda Gorman was 22 years old when she read her poem, The Hill We Climb, at the Biden inauguration this last January. Just think of the difference. Gorman, female, young, black, confident, very firm, and then Robert Frost, frail, feeble, white-haired, white, stooped over. 60 years between their poems, 64 years their age difference. The contrast couldn't be greater, and that in itself is kind of a visual poem, isn't it? Robert Frost died in January 1963, just 2 short years later. January 1963, the same year that John Kennedy was assassinated. Oh, the gift of poetry, the gift of books. This is David at Mr. Bookman in Franklin, Pennsylvania. Come by, we have a book for you.